Welcome or welcome back to WatchAdvisor on YouTube. It's Alexander speaking, your host, and with me is Greg Kissling, Head of Product Management of Omega. Greg, a very warm welcome.
Thank you, Alexander.
And we are going to present you the 2022 edition of the Omega Speedmaster 57.
It's a brand new collection which has now a master chronometer upgrade and a thinner profile, and you will recognize some details coming from the first Speedmaster that you have on your hand, the CK2915.
And what's special in this video, you won't see us again. So you heard Greg, you heard me, so you will only hear our voices, because from now on the watches are the stars. Enjoy the video.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications.
Speedmaster 57.
Yes, this year we're coming out with a new collection of the Speedmaster 57 that came out for the first time in 2013, and this year we're coming out with a master chronometer upgrade, but also a slimmer profile thanks to its brand new movement, the Calibre 9906. So the case has a diameter of 40.5 millimeters, and the profile is just under 13 millimeters, thanks to its new hand-winding movement. It is actually thinner than the original Moonwatch, which has a total height of 13.58 millimeters.
And now I will ask Greg for the lug-to-lug distance.
It's exactly 49.6 millimeters, so just below 50.
49.6, the lug-to-lug distance from here to here. Thickness we mentioned, diameter we mentioned. You can see the watch has a boxed sapphire crystal.
Boxed sapphire crystal.
Okay, nicely to see when I'm pointing it to the camera. You see that? Here's the boxed sapphire crystal. And of course, on the backside, but we'll come to the movement just in a second. You have start-stop
pushers.
Of course. Stop. Start.
Yeah, this movement features also a kind of disc-clutching system. So it's a security system. When the chronograph is running and by accident you press the reset pushers, you have this kind of disc-clutching mechanism.
So can I push?
Yeah, try.
Okay, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Okay, good.
Push harder.
No. Okay. I tried hard and nothing happens. Great. Start-stop. Screw down crown, no, I don't know. Of course not. What's the water?
5 bars. So
50 meters.
50 meters. And in terms of design and aesthetic, this product is truly inspired by the first Speedmaster that was launched in 1957.
Let me show it, of
the
course.
CK2915.
We are at the Omega headquarters, so we do have all the advantages of being able to show you all the watches. Yeah. And what you clearly see, look, this is interesting. No anti-reflective treatment, nothing at the time being, and look, the difference.
Yeah, of course,
all kind of reflections, and
you can see the difference in terms of diameter. So the original one has a diameter of 38.7 millimeters.
38.7.
And the new 57 Speedmaster 57 has a diameter of 40.5 millimeters.
Yeah, 40.5.
So symmetrical case body, straight lugs. No protection for the crown and the pushers.
It's a Hazelic class.
Exactly, yeah. And this year we are celebrating the 65th anniversary of the first Speedmaster.
On top. This was the original piece. Of course, no see-through case back. That wasn't the case.
Plain case back, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And you can also see that in terms of finishing, we have the same finishing for the metal bracelet. So the central links are satin brush finish and the outer links are polished finish.
Next question that will come from my audience is, how much is the bracelet tapering?
20 between the lugs and 15 for the clasp.
20 to 15.
15.
So that's how it is tapering.
You can also show the comfort release adjustment, which is integrated to the clasp, with an extension of 2.3 millimeters.
This little red stripe you see on your screen is not decoration, that's protection.
It's a sticker.
That the watches are so new, we are really
Exactly.
filming days before of the releases of these watches, so this is a protection, it's not, no design. So if you buy the watch and you will not have this red stripe, then your watch is
Already used.
yeah. No, it is.
Second hand.
Okay, wait. Now I did it. It's closed now. Now it's open. Here you go. You see the space in between, and I'm closing it. I have to just, but with gloves, it's really an exercise.
Push and slide.
Yeah, push and slide, but with gloves, it's not. There's closed. You see here. These are the
2.3 millimeters.
So now, before I show you the backside, I will show you the movement. Some of you might recognize the movement, and you might remember a presentation I did with Greg in Milano,
Correct.
in Milan, in Italy, half a year ago, and you might remember the movement. We saw it on the chronoscope.
Exactly.
And
Also in the Speedmaster range, it was the Calibre 9908 without the date, but
yeah, this is what I wanted to say. And if you turn around, you see what has been added is the date function, of course.
Exactly.
So it's the same manual wound movement.
yeah, thickness of the movement is 6.4 millimeters, so it's thinner than the iconic Moonwatch caliber.
And column wheel, you see here.
Yeah.
The nice, how you call the decoration.
Geneva waves in arabesque. So arabesque Geneva waves.
You see the nice.
And they start not from the center of the movement. Usually they start from the center, but they start from the balance bridge. Exactly.
So here is the center of gravitation. Here is the sun, or here is the center of the watch, and you see that those waves start from there. You see the color wheel. And the power reserve is more than
60 hours.
More
Yes.
than 60 hours. And of
We
course, if you turn it
communicate
around,
60, but at the end it's more or less 65 hours.
and when it is integrated into the watch, encased,
The movement is directly integrated to the case body, so there is no inner circle between the two components, so it's a direct integration. The
there is no movement, holding ring.
No.
No.
14 lines, one for the movement, and 40.5 for the case.
That's something.
And you can definitely admire the 3/4 chronograph bridge. So there are only two bridges on that movement.
Yeah.
Usually we have a barrel bridge or a mechanism bridge, but in this case only two bridges, one for the balance wheel and the other one for the chronograph function.
And for really watch lovers, this must be just a scene you must admire, because I personally adore watches where the movement fits exactly to the case, or the other way around, the case fits exactly to the movement. And you see here there's one watch, one movement, it's like one integrated. And we have, I can show you.
A very nice dial. It's with a sandwich conception, so no indexes, no applied indexes. We have recessed our markers filled with vintage Superim Nova as well for the hands. You will also recognize the broad arrow hand. So talking about the display, you have one subdial for the small seconds at 9 o'clock and the hour and the minute recorder with a coaxial display at 3 o'clock. So you read the chronograph time as you read the time. It's very useful.
Once the chronograph is running, you might recognize that there is one counter missing, because normally you have the running second, you have a minute, and you have an hour counter on a chronograph. But here, both the elapsed minutes and hours are represented in one counter. It's the counter at 3 o'clock. And so if you want to make a reading when the chronograph is activated, it's very easy, because you just read the elapsed time as you would read it from a watch or from a normal dial. So in this case, it's even if I'm looking on it from quite of a distance, it's 47 minutes or 48 minutes. Yeah, 48 minutes, but it's easy to read. And you clearly see that the small hand is approaching 1 hour and the minute hand is located at 48, so it's 48 minutes now elapsed time, and this is really easy to read the time. And what you can do as well is, if you start this little counter in the appropriate with the appropriate time to a time zone you are traveling, you can use the watch with the indication of a second time zone. So just think, if you travel, how much of distance you have to the main time. You can use the little clock as a second zone time indicator on this chronograph. And there's one thing I want to show you, and this is really, if you travel, the setting of the hour is of course possible in 1 hour steps.
It's a time zone function.
Yep.
And you also set the date thanks to the time zone function.
And I'm showing this right now.
And when you do this setting, you don't stop the running seconds.
Clearly visible. The central second hand and the running second both are still active. And what's the purpose of doing this? Of course, why would you buy a master chronometer certified watch that is really accurate? And then if you're changing your time zone and you need to readjust the zone time on it, you would pull out the crown, and then the watch would stop. What would be the purpose doing this? No purpose. So this is exactly what you need when you travel. And the watch will still show accurate time. And you don't need another reference to set the time again.
Yep.
Very nice.
No black bezel, because this is the CK2915, so no black bezel, but steel bezel and a black laser engraving for the tachymeter. We introduced the dot over 90, the diagonal to 70.
All the little details that make these watches so desirable. End of the day. Oh, look, even if we do have some reflection, we do see that surface now. Next one, we have
a very nice dial variation. We have here, for example, the blue sunbrushed,
cadran soleillé, as we say in French.
Exactly, soleillé centré.
Sonnenschliff in Deutsch. The Omega logo is applied.
Yes, which are applied on the dial with the superluminova. So you can see the difference between the sandwich dial and this one.
The hour markers are in gold or
brass and rhodium plated.
Brass and rhodium plated. So this question is also answered. Of course, the color of the date disc matches perfectly the color of the dial. Here you see that. So these colors are identical. The little dots in between are correct. There are 3 of them because this is a 4 Hertz movement, 28800. So the watch is indicating 1/8 of a second, and so you need those 3 dots to correctly show the 1/8 of a second.
Yeah, the watch features dial strap matching color. I mean, it's a leather strap with a very nice gradient finish, black and blue. The same you find on the dial with these 2 tones.
Master chronometer certified, of course. Completely anti-amagnetic watch, 15,000 gauss. So you will not be able to destroy the watch or disturb the accuracy of that movement with any magnetic field you are in touch with, that I can assure you. 50 meters is the water tightness. Accuracy 0 plus
5
seconds
a day.
0 plus 5 seconds. Imagine.
There's another variation with a very nice green dial, also with a sunbrush finish, starting from the center of the watch.
And here you see that soleillé or sunbrushed green dial.
Yeah, also made with a PVD technology.
Yeah.
So it's a specific coating, and thanks to this technology, we can obtain very, very nice colors, metallic colors.
Impressive. Very nice.
And the last but not least, the warnish burgundy.
This is a beauty. Wow.
Also with the dial matching leather strap.
Look. I'm getting excited now. Wow. Look at this combination. Very nice. That watch could almost win a design prize in terms of, look, this combination of dial and strap, perfectly. Stitching here, the white stitching, perfectly matching all the colors.
You have also this kind of vintage stitching on the tip of the strap.
Here you see it.
As well, close to the buckle.
Did we mention in between the lugs? Oh, I don't think so.
20
millimeters. 20, okay.
16 for the buckle.
And 16 here for the buckle.
We have 15 for the metal bracelet and 16 for the buckle.
Okay, there we go. What do you think? Which is the one you would wear, bracelet or leather strap?
The bracelet is also inspired by the Apollo 11 tribute 50th anniversary of the moon landing. We launched in 2019, so flat links, and the finishing is also inspired by the very first Speedmaster bracelet. So the central links again are satin brushed, and the external links are polished. We introduced also our patented screw and pin system for doing the sizing of the bracelet. Just screw out the little screw, you pull out the pin, and then you can do the sizing.
I always say this is no rocket science. If you are able to hold a screwdriver and you're not...
You need a good screwdriver.
A little screwdriver, and then you can do this. It's no rocket science. I'm able to do this in front of a camera with gloves. So normally you should be able to do this. Don't forget you have the micro length adjustment included. So if you see the red stripe once again, the protection. So don't, this is not part of the design of the watch, this is a protection. So once you see that again, but you see here it is, let's zoom in again, you see the little button push, and you have that micro length adjustment if needed. What you should do is, of course, your retailer or your boutique should size the watch perfectly to your wrist, and this little extra is only the extra to give you some additional possibilities to size. Blue, very nice. Very, very nice. Where is the original? I just want to show once again. This is the original Speedmaster 57. So you can see you're really very, very close to the design. Okay, we don't have 3 counters, but we have a date. We have a new approach with a new movement. Very nice. But you see here, this is the bracelet. And we are very close to what we have today. Greg, is there anything else we need to say?
No, I think we said everything about this new collection, this brand new collection.
Yeah, very nice. So and now it's up to you. Please let me know in the comment section which is your favorite. Which color dye would you wear? What do you think about the leather bracelets? What do you think about the leather straps, the bracelet, and about the design, the thickness? All your comments are welcome. If you have questions, of course, use the comment section. If I can answer them, I will. And if not, I will pass the question on to Greg and he will give me the answer. And you will have it as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Omega Speedmaster 57, new version in the year 2022. With me was Greg Kissling presenting them. And yep, and in the background, Jorge, please zoom once again. I'm so proud. Mr. Hayek is always, you have Greg in the picture, and in the background is Mr. Hayek watching us, and this is so cool having him on our picture. Here is Mr. Hayek in the background watching us, what we are doing. And I think that he will be very proud when if he could have seen the 2022 collection of Omega this year. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned on WatchAdvisor on YouTube. There is much more to come. And please, check out for all the other videos that go online of the Omega novelties. Bye-bye.